Integration is core to Judaism. It's core to the Torah. Integration is oneness, and oneness is what everything is about. That's Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. To understand that God, in all of his different manifestations, God as he manifests in nature and in science, God as he manifests in the Torah, as he manifests in our bodies, in our minds, in our souls, all of that is echad. It's one system, and there is a oneness, and we need to find the oneness in ourselves. So much of our lives, both as a society and as individuals, is disintegrated and siloed, and it's so important to be able to find those bridges. As we live in the world as modern people, we're living modern lives, whether we're in yeshiva studying Torah or we're in business, we're living modern lives. We're engaged with technology, we're using technology. If we're in business or the professions, then we're living that life, and we're living somewhat of a spiritual life, hopefully a lot of a spiritual life. We're living as a family person, we have family responsibilities and connections and engagements. We're living as an individual with an inner world, our own inner beings, our own inner worlds, our own souls and thought processes and feelings. All of these need to be integrated so that it's not different personalities doing these different things. It's one human being with one value system, with one belief system, operating in all of these different areas. It's like a multifaceted diamond. The more facets there are, the more beautiful it is. But you don't want the diamond to be fractured. It loses its value if it's fractured. And our lives are fractured. We've got to restore, we've got to heal the fractures so that we can create integration. Fractures in society between ourselves. We've got to heal. We've got to get that right in the Jewish people and between the Jewish people and the rest of the world and through the rest of the world. We need to heal the fractures between ourselves and nature. We need to heal the fractures between ourselves as individuals and the people around us. We need to heal the fractures between the different parts of our lives and to integrate them and bring them all together. And this period of Sukkot, we're coming to the end of Sukkot. Tomorrow, Hoshana Rabbah is the last day of Sukkot, and then we have Shmini Atzeret Simchat Torah, which is a different festival altogether. And Sukkot is really that, isn't it? Because in Sukkot there are two parts to the mitzvah of Sukkot. The one is the lulav and etrog, which we do every day. And the lulav and etrog is binding together disparate species, taking a palm branch and taking a citron, an etrog, and the myrtle, the hadas, and the willow, the arava, and each one represents different types of people, different emotions, different feelings. There are all sorts of midrashic interpretations as what these diverse species represent. But we bind them and hold them together. We create integration. And then the sukkah integrates us. We all go into the sukkah. And firstly, there's our own sukkah where our friends and family gather together and we're embraced and held by this one sukkah. But there's also the metaphor of us all being in one sukkah, the whole nation. Although we're in our own sukkot, those sukkot should not be fragmented. We should feel when we're sitting in our sukkah, we're sitting in our sukkah together with the rest of the Jewish people. The idea of the ushpizin, we're sitting in the sukkah together with our forefathers. We're sitting in the sukkah together with all the Jewish people throughout the ages who've made such sacrifices to be able to sit in their sukkot. They all join us. There's an integration of the nation, there's an integration of the person, there's an integration of the family, there's an integration of society. And Sukkot stands for that and enables that and facilitates that. So what a lovely time as we move from Sukkot back into the regular year to take that with us and to take with us some kind of a commitment to work on healing the fractures. Notice, do some self-reflection and find your fractures. The fractures in you as a person, the fractures in your family and relationships, the fractures in your community, the fractures within the different parts and facets of you, and commit to working on healing those fractures and creating integration.